the ways in which I met the man
was questionable.
Way questionable. He goes, when I met you, I just thought you were so pretty for a dark-skinned girl. Hey. To this day, I won't lie to you, that really scarred me. Original aesthetic girly.
I'm gonna sit here and collect all my flowers. And the honest truth is that I am not doing this all. It is tough. I started lightening my skin. I don't need to be light skinned. The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a very special guest on the channel today. Dodos, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Dodos and I'm a beauty and lifestyle creator and a new mommy and Oyin's friend.
You guys, I am so excited to have her here on the channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Oyin. I am also a travel, lifestyle, fashion, beauty, any and everything creator here on YouTube. And I am here with one of my favorite people in the whole entire world, and we are going to be doing just a chit chat, girly chat, makeup video today, and I'm so excited.
I'm so happy that we finally get to do this. And we're going to be creating these flawless looks, so if you want to see how we went from glam to glamour, keep watching.
Okay guys, so how did we become friends?
She went straight to the point. I think Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. But before Instagram, I have been like following Dodos for a long time, and to the point where like I'm obsessed. Like I just think she's so cool.
Stop! I can't.
Thought that like, wow, Dodos is so freaking cool.
Oh my goodness.
And from YouTube to Instagram, you're just like so positive. You were like the original aesthetic girly.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and collect all my flowers. I'm gonna sit here and be like, yes. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
No, you're literally like the original aesthetic girly. Like everything about you was like clean cut. I keep saying was. Everything about is because she still is. And then when you now follow me on Instagram, I was just like, I could not believe that was happening. Like I don't know. I'm one of those girls that like I'm starstruck with everyone.
Wait, I can't take the remaining part of this conversation because I'm just like, what is she talking about? But I remember when I first saw you, it was Instagram.
Was it during pandemic?
It was pandemic.
Yeah. Pandemic, I feel like pandemic connected a lot of
people.
Dots. Yeah.
So that's 2020.
During 2020, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Instagram, and I was just like, what? You guys know me. The makeup artist in me just jumps out. I was like, what? Who is this dark skin, chocolate body? What? The skin was skinning. Everything was just on point. And I like Oyin's content is, and I say it to her every time, highly like
giving premium.
It's giving quality. Yeah. It was sharp. It was the sky was sky. Like everything was just on point, and I was just like, oh my goodness, I loved it. And again, highly aesthetically pleasing. So for me, it was just like then Ninja babe. I was just like, okay,
period.
And then I feel like when I came to America, I reached out to you. I don't know. I feel like I was having
no. I was in Lagos.
No. Hold on.
This is before.
No, before when the connection started.
Okay.
So then I was just we were just following each other. Then when the connection started was I came to America, and then I think I messaged you about like working in a company or something.
Yes. Oh,
or something.
Yes. One thing about me is I'm very helpful, and I give information very freely. I'm not a gatekeeper.
This girl did not take it. And I think I
probably sent you like one novel or something.
When I tell you, she sent me, and I think I was just trying to work with a brand, and I was asking about dark posting, rates and stuff like that. This girl sent me an email, list of like it was a spreadsheet. I'm like, what?
It was probably very detailed.
It was and I think for me, I was saying to Tolu, then I was like, this is so crazy. Like, she doesn't know me. She doesn't have to go this far for me. Like, that's amazing. And that's one thing that I really feel like being friends with you. Yeah. You really go out for your friends. And I think it's fantastic to really see that. Like, it's so beautiful.
It's actually very rare as well. I feel like, especially in the industry that we're in, there's not too many like people of color, black girl content creators and stuff. And sometimes I feel like people feel like they need to like
hold
things in.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't have to be that way. So
like we can all thrive. We can
literally all thrive, all flourish in the same space with like the same information as well. So
yes.
yeah, it was nothing for me to like share
all of that. Yeah. No. And I think that was the beginning, and then continue when you came to Lagos.
So then I came to Lagos I come every year, every December. So when I was there, I think it was in January actually.
Of 2021, yeah.
Yes, 2021. And you just came back from your brother's wedding.
Actually from England,
Yes. From her brother's wedding.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's hang out. And then you set up lunch at Salma's.
Yeah.
Which has the most amazing
Lebanese
food and dessert.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dreaming about that, like brownie with the ice cream and everything. So yeah, we now went to Salma's and we went with another friend as well. And honestly, the conversation was just
it literally felt
vibes.
like we met before.
Yeah, like we already knew each other. We are both Sagittarius.
Yes. No,
we are both Sagittarius.
Energy was up.
But I remember that day we just talked about random stuff and the vibes, like everything was just matching, and from that point on we were locked in.
Yeah, I feel like I remember that, and I mean since then I just feel like it's been just vibes.
After that lunch, I feel like we talked about like goals and just like where we see each other.
Yeah.
I think I told you I had got signed. I think I just barely got signed as well.
Yes. It was
so
like
that
time as well.
Period. Yeah, but it's just been amazing to like see how our friendship
has grown.
You guys, Dodos has a whole baby. When I met you, you were a hot girl. Still is a hot girl.
Still that girl. I'm just moved into my hot mom era.
To her hot mom era, yes. I don't know. That's the beautiful part about growing with people and genuine friendships, people that you can count on and you can see them in every stage of life.
For sure. I think that for me, I had kind of given up on making, like, I was just like, okay, I have friends and my friends are like not really in the industry. And I kind of like just said, you know what, that's how I'm going to keep it, just because I've not really had great experiences with having friendships in the industry. But yeah, I think you changed that and you kind of opened my mind. And I think one of the amazing things about, you know, being friends with someone that works in the same industry as you are is that you guys kind of get to share like your career goals, encourage each other, you know, there's like accountability, you know. So like the first question I think I really want to know, and I don't think I've ever asked you this, is like, how did you actually get into being an influencer, being a creator?
Okay, so you guys, I actually came from a engineering background. I was an industrial engineer before there was ever like the thought of being an influencer. I just knew that like I wanted something more. Like being an engineer, everything is so like 9 to 5, you know? So you know, like you go to work, you come home, and then you basically like rinse, wash, repeat the same entire process. So I just knew that I wanted to do something more. And I actually have a cousin that was an influencer. She still is an influencer.
Shout out to you, cousin.
Yeah, shout out to cousin. And she was just doing so well in this space, and I know that I needed an outlet for just my creativity. I needed something more. So I, being the Sagittarius that I am, I literally created a website in like a week. Like I went on YouTube and I was like, how to be a blogger. Like that's what I wanted. I was like, I want to be a blogger. So I basically figured it out through YouTube, and then I slowly realized that Instagram is really where it's at. Like Instagram, Instagram is really where it's at. And honestly, with the kind of person that I am, like I can't focus on too many things at once. Like I have to do one thing or focus on one platform. So for me, Instagram was like my main platform, and then everything started coming afterwards. So like Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube. And honestly, I know a lot of people say like, well, what's the secret to like success? It's consistency. It's consistency
across all the platforms, everything, across board.
Like it just sounds so simple, but it really like, it's really all about showing up. Are you willing to show up every single day and put in the work and be yourself? So how did you get started?
Girl, for me, initially, from the beginning, I've kind of always been like a beauty girl. So I'm literally that friend that I'm like, oh yeah, wear this outfit. I actually thought I was gonna be a fashion designer growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
I see it for you.
Yeah, I actually see it. I see it somewhere in the future. I love it. And then after like, I mean, so I was naturally, like beauty and all that came to me naturally, like, you know, makeup and all of that. So, but then I did my first degree in economics, and my first job was in HR. So I was doing that, but I was just like, you know what, this, you know, sharing and everybody wanting to know maybe how I did my makeup or something, I'm gonna start a blog. So I got a camera and I started a blog. It was a blog spot. I think it was iamdaughters@wordpress.com or something like that. And that's where I started sharing everything. And after that, I started YouTube, and then I started Instagram. Actually, no, you know what? I lied. Dial back. I actually did start on Instagram, but as a makeup artist, not as a creator.
Not as a creator.
Yeah. So yeah, and it was. I feel like it was really in COVID that everything changed for me. Like,
no, COVID was a game changer.
There was a shift in the universe. Like,
serious shift.
You know, and I feel like that's when I now really started taking content seriously. Like, I had time. We were all at home.
Everybody was born in the house.
Yes,
in the house, but.
But yeah, like, how have you, like, how's your journey been in terms of, like, you know, we're kind of talking about consistency and stuff like that. For people that see it and like, oh, I don't know how to show up, and I don't know if I'm confident enough. I don't know if I can sit in rooms and, like, you know, how did you kind of do that? Because you do loads of, like, fashion week, things that require your social battery to be, like, up.
So I think it really took someone else believing in me to see that, like, girl, you can actually really do this. I love this color on you.
Did I put too much?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I love it.
I know.
She influenced me, actually. She influenced me to get it. Sorry, continue.
But yeah, it took someone actually, like, speaking positivity and confidence in me. And I think that's why it's important to have, you know, friends that, you know, will just speak life into you.
Yeah.
And just like you, like, during the pandemic, that's when things started to really take off, and I was really getting, like, mad partnerships, like my first, you know, 5-figure, 6-figure partnerships in the bag, you know? Even then, like, I was still doing everything by myself. I didn't have management, and honestly, I didn't think that I could have management.
Yeah.
Like, I was just under the impression that in order for you to have management, you have to
have, like, 1 million followers or whatever.
Followers and all these things. And yeah, a really good friend of mine, she was already signed, and she was just like, hey, like, my agency is really interested in you. Yeah, you need to step into your power. Like, you need to step into your confidence and go for it. And I went ahead and, like, sent out the email, and honestly, from that point on, everything has been like a upward trajectory. Like, I've done partnerships that I never in a million years could imagine. Like, even from that day that we first had lunch, like, I remember shortly after I had wrote down all the things that I want to do. I'm like, okay, I want to work with this brand, I want to work with American Express. And that same year,
you did that.
I did that. And not only did I do it once, but I did it multiple times. So it really is just all about, like, believing in yourself and knowing that, okay, you can take this to the next level, and with God, like, everything's possible. So,
to be very honest, and I really think that more than anything as well is really, you have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. Like, you have to. Great things don't really happen in your comfort zone. Like, if, you have to kind of feel that discomfort and be like, hey, I want more for myself, and kind of do something about it. Like, don't moan about it. Identify what the problem is. Identify, like, it's even great to even kind of see someone that you're inspired by and be like, okay, how, like, what are the steps to get to where I'm trying to get to? What are the brands I would like to work with? How do I want people to visualize my content or enjoy my content? How do I want to engage with my audience? You know, all of that.
Always keep a positive mindset. I think that we're in the day and age where it might seem easier to, like, complain about things, but, like, you just have to remember, if you want positive things to happen for you, you have to put that positive energy out into the world. So that's something that I always try to remember as I go about my day.
And, you know, it's kind of like tying that into people speaking life into things that you want to do as well. Like, you know, you have to be very careful who you share your dreams with, like your vision with. It's not everyone that can receive it well. Some people can just talk you out of something that's meant to be your purpose. You know what I mean? Like, and it's very important to just kind of know that. Even it might be uncomfortable for you, and if you feel like, oh, you're shy, and you tell someone who's equally shy, they'll be like, oh yeah, you're shy, I don't know if you can do this. But if you find someone that can actually speak life into that thing, then you know, it's easier. And just kind of like, I think for me, the world has moved from the place where gatekeeping is so, like, 2018. So you know what I mean? Like, where you don't want people to know how you edit, where you shop. Like, now you just want to think about it from how you're helping people, period. Like,
so with all with all of this, how are you balancing? Like, I feel like with all the different platforms, and especially with you being like a new mom, how are you doing it all? Because I get so, as I'm doing this video, I'm tired. I'm stressed. I'm actually tired. But like, how are you doing it all? How are you balancing it?
Yeah, I think first of all, honesty is key. And the honest truth is that I am not doing it all. It is tough. You know, I feel like I don't want to put any expectation out there like, oh, it is easy and we'll just coast, like, you know, just wake up and roll out of bed and do all this. No, there's some days that some platforms suffer. There's some, like, you have different seasons, and it's okay to identify that, hey, maybe right now I'm not in my TikTok era, or right now I'm not in my YouTube era, but when you come back, just know that, you know, you come back to it.
Yeah.
And obviously it's very important to, at least for me right now, I have more structure in terms of how I create, you know, like if it's having an assistant, if it's having management for you, you know, if it's having an editor for us, like, you know, things that can help you, take things off your plate and help you show up as that girl. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just being more organized.
I think that's just something that I honestly struggle with, is that organization aspect. I think I also struggle with just letting go of
people
control.
That is Sagittarius to you.
Like, I want to be in control. I want to, you know, have eyes on everything that I'm doing. And I feel like, in a way, areas of my life suffer because of that, especially when it comes to creating content. So I'm learning.
Yeah.
So going back to what you said on social settings, do you feel like you get the chance to, you know, attend a lot of things? Like, attend a lot of like influencer events and stuff, and just be around other people? And how's your social battery? I feel like we need to check in. We need to check it in.
To be very honest, it's a love-hate relationship for me. Like, it's like I have to get my mind to like, okay, before baby was easier. It was like, okay, yes, I'll go for events and stuff like that. But after baby, I feel like now I'm just a bit more like, it's quite hard to get me out of the house. And I'm just trying to learn. But like there are many events and things I'd love to go for. Like, you went for Fashion Week 2 years ago, and when this girl went Fashion Week 2 years ago, I was glued. I was like watching everything. It was beautiful, and I feel like it was also very pivotal in your.
Yeah, Fashion Week was like a really big moment for me. I went this past Fashion Week, this past spring summer season, and then I also went last year and the year before last, and I feel like each year it's been a better experience for me.
Yeah.
But I won't lie to you.
Chaos of it all.
The absolute chaos. I feel like when you're not in the mix of things, you can get FOMO, and you can feel like, I need to be here. I want to be seen. I want to be, you know, in the midst of my peers.
Yeah.
You know? But I think we need to just go back to the essence of like what Fashion Week is. Like, Fashion Week is about fashion, it's about expression, it's about everyone having different kinds of expression and being okay with that, and just like prioritizing rest at the end of the day. Like, there will always be something. There will literally always be something for you to go to or for you to attend. So that's what I like about this past Fashion Week, because I felt like I took it very slow. I took it at my own pace. I was also working a really major campaign that made me happy, that made me money.
She was in her bag.
I was in my bag. I do understand the feeling of, you know, being like, oh my gosh, I'm not with everyone else, but my social battery drains so easily.
Yeah,
it drains so easily. Like, I just need a reset. You guys, Dodo's taught me this trick with, like, I don't know, with this
your eyeshadow trick. We just got this palette yesterday. So I have a question I actually want to ask you.
Yeah,
so have you always like loved your skin? Cause like, you know, before, I don't know, it almost feels like before the era of like Louis Vuitton and like, you know, melanin being in, at some point it was not in. So when it was not in, were you like always like confident about your skin, or like, you know, when you were, were you always bald? Did you transition, all of that?
Ooh, so
I hit the nail.
I know, you really did.
It's giving podcast hosts.
One thing I can say about myself is that I just love that I grew up in a household that was like very positive and affirming. Very, very affirming. So my parents always told me like, oh, you're so beautiful. I would always hear it when I go to church, when I go to school. So I always grew up knowing that like, I'm a babe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a really beautiful babe. I'm a beautiful dark chocolate brown skin babe. That was not something that I never really like struggled with. But I will tell you a story. So when I got to college, that was the first time that I started to date.
Okay.
Like I was in high school, like I was so scared to talk to boys. Like I didn't want anything to do with boys. They just, I don't know.
Because the African parents told you get pregnant. If you talk to a boy, you get pregnant.
They don't want to look in that direction of any guys. Yeah, and my mom, she's so funny. But yeah, my mom, she always gave me like the truth about men.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just steer clear.
Yeah.
But when I now got to college, I was like, okay, I think I'm to the point where I want to start like dating and stuff. And it was also different for me because in high school I went to a very small Catholic school.
Oh, right.
Where there was only like, I was the only black girl in my school.
Yeah.
In my class of
Okay,
59. I think I had like 59 people in my graduating class.
Right.
I was the only black girl. But anyway, Sha, so now when I got to college, I go on this date with this guy. And honestly, it was a date where I probably shouldn't have gone on because the ways in which I met the man
was questionable.
Very questionable. It was crazy. But anyways, he took me to this movie, and it was actually a double date with my friend at the time.
Okay.
And we go to this movie, and the guy was like, he's having like this bad day, and he's so glad that he's with me and whatever. So I asked him like, oh, what about me? What about me is making you so happy? Because I'm like, as a woman, I want to know. He goes, oh, like when I met you, I just thought you were so pretty for a dark-skinned girl.
Come on.
I said, what am I hearing? He was like, yeah, you're just so pretty for a dark-skinned girl. And I won't even lie to you, I cut the date short immediately. I felt so very uncomfortable that I'm like I never heard that before, and now I'm hearing it, and I'm like, I just thought
it was weird.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Like it's so weird. Like why is it that I'm beautiful?
Period.
I'm pretty, but I'm pretty for a dark-skinned girl, and you guys would not believe this guy was darker than my
than your room.
I think that in itself forced me to have that deeper conversation with myself, because I won't lie to you, I was quite confused. Like I had conversations with my moms, with my sisters, with my cousins, and I really wanted to understand. So I don't know, it was just, to this day, I won't lie to you, that really scarred me.
Yeah, wow, that's so interesting
because
I feel like my own story is quite different from yours. Similar but different. I think for me, I always knew that I was gorgeous. Like I knew I was a pretty girl, But at some point when I was in uni, in college, I was like, I don't know. At that point, being lighter was in, and it was just crazy. Like, and I started lightening my skin. Like I would use like a cream that would like lighten my skin, and it's so crazy thinking about the damage I could have done to myself. And at this point, I was not even using sunscreen. So can you imagine using all the things that lighten your skin? And I just did not feel confident in my chocolate skin. I was like, oh, I want to look caramel. Like there'll always be something that I wanted, and that was so crazy. And then I don't know what happened where things just turned around for me. Where I was just like, what is wrong with you? Like you're gorgeous, like you're beautiful. Why do you feel like you need to?
And
there needs to be something else. And yeah, I feel like that was when like it feels like something just fell off from my eyes. I was just like, okay, I don't need to be light skinned. I am gorgeous. I am chocolate, and I love it. The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. And I think, first of all, I really want to commend you for, even at that young age, identifying and knowing how to, like, your boundaries. Like, the fact that you cut that date short. Yeah. Because a lot of people out here are just not knowing that. Imagine they would talk rubbish to you and you would just be there.
It wasn't what I deserved. Like, I knew that even though I was very, entry level to the dating scene, I just knew that, like, I deserve so much more than whatever this guy has to offer me. Yeah. So, like, see ya. There was no need for me to put myself in that situation for his validation.
I feel like that's the biggest thing that women need to just understand their power. Like, we are so magical. Like, if you know the power that you have as a woman, you will not even settle for less. Like, and I feel like for me, that's what coming into. I remember when I was trying to turn 30, like just before I turned 30. I was scared because you know how growing up, you just kind of feel like 30 just seems so daunting and so, by 30 you should be married, you should have a child, you should do this, you should do that. And you're just so scared of the age.
Yeah.
And when I turned 30, it felt like something shifted in my universe. Like I just felt powerful and unstoppable. Like how was that? Because you just recently
I just turned 30. I just entered the 30 club. I won't lie to you, birthdays are very hard for me.
Really?
Yeah, they're very, very hard for me. I'm not someone that likes to put pressure on birthdays. And I feel like once December is rolling around, all my friends are asking me like, "Oi, what are you doing for your birthday? What's the plan?" And to me, I just enjoy celebrating birthdays with like one or two people, very like close. And honestly, if I'm like just by myself, I'm completely fine. But 30, for some reason, felt like I haven't accomplished all I need to accomplish by 30. And that is what was freaking me out, because I'm like, I could be doing more. And I've never been that way. Like, I've never been the kind of person that put like numbers, by 25 I need to be here, or by 26 I need to be doing this. So for some reason 30 was just so different.
And where was it written that by 30 you should have
where
there's like there's
honestly no
rule book.
There's no rule book for life. We're all just finessing.
We're just winging it.
We're just winging it.
Your time is your time, and things will happen when it's meant to happen for you, and you need to just be confident and like okay in that, in understanding your seasons in life. And once you get that, you will just stop comparing yourself, because comparison I've literally, this has been the theme for me for like this year. Comparison is really the thief of joy. And I feel like everyone, like the best way to just be content in life is like face your front. Like face your front, focus on your focus. Like don't compare yourself to others, because you don't know what that person did to get to where they're going. Yes.
And their journey is different from your journey.
Yeah.
And that's completely 100% okay. So how do you approach individuality, especially in this industry where they say that like it's oversaturated, you know?
I think for me, I do not care to be different, because I do not care to be like anyone else. And I feel like there's only one Akwewe Dodos Uvigara. Same way there's only one.
There's only one
AK. Bro, like there's only one me. So the way I would do my stuff would not be the way you would do your thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like individuality is just natural in your DNA once you're in tune with who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, how you speak. So I'm not really paying attention to like, oh, I want to be different, I want to stand out. I'm just being me. I'm just doing what works for me. What about you?
Honestly, I love that I'm able to like inspire others as well. So that brings me a lot of joy. And that comes from, like you said, from just me being myself and doing my own thing and not really like or worried about other people. So yeah, I'm definitely the same way. I align in that sense.
We are low-key, high-key, almost done with our makeup. And we're going to do a part 2 on my channel, are we?
Yes.
Okay, so what are we doing now?
So we are gonna do a part 2 on Doro's channel.
Yeah.
And we're also gonna like kind of carry over the chit chat, but this
in a different way.
In a different way. This is gonna be more relaxed.
Yeah, more chilled. Yeah.
So for your outfits, we're gonna wear outfits as well, just the whole entire complete outfit. So I don't know who's inspiring you these days when it comes to like your fashion.
My fashion? That's a really great question.
I feel like you're such a fashionista.
I think for me, I'm just a bit more, what inspires me is just like comfort, being comfortable. Comfort is like key. I want to feel like, I want to be able to move, you know, I don't want to feel, because there's a time that, you cannot catch me in anything big. I will wear, all my dresses will be tight, my waist, I won't be able to stand up. But now it's just like, for me, it's just more comfort. When I'm comfortable, I feel more confident. I'm not like looking like, oh, is this happening? Is this happening? So that's that. But I feel like minimalism has always been my thing. But I also want to, I'm kind of like, I feel like my next era needs to be a bit more bold.
Really?
Yeah, like I want to throw
But you have done a really good job of like adding color to your wardrobe.
Yeah, and still looking clean.
And still looking like yourself.
I just like clean cut out lines, like, you know. What about you? Are you like more like adventurous and daring?
Yeah, I would say I am a little bit more adventurous and daring when it comes to like colors and prints. I do like to use prints and stuff, but I will say I'm in my era of giving y'all body. Okay,
body.
I want to give you guys body. I want to give you guys silhouettes. I want to give you guys everything. But y'all, capitalism has me by the chokehold. Honestly, I'm trying to learn to like rewear.
Yeah, and
restyle my closet.
Because you cannot be buying every single thing that drops.
I know.
We're done with our makeup.
This is where we get dressed.
See you in the group. Get ready with me. All right, see you guys.
Bye. Okay, guys, so we are all dressed in our outfits. We're gonna head to brunch.
Yeah.
From here. So just wanted to give you guys
a quick
OOTD, a quick Grwm, so you can see what we're wearing.
Okay, so my pants are Zara, my waistcoat or my vest is House of CB, my shoes are Zara, my purse is Prada, the beauty is God, the accessories Zara. This is Onyi's, I stole it from her wardrobe. She doesn't even know yet that's gonna be mine, but yeah.
Okay guys, so for my outfit, I have on this top from Abercrombie and Fitch, I always say it wrong. And then my pants are from Aritzia. They're like super nice and just relaxed. And then my shoes are just these like Zara pumps. And then, closer. My bag is the Chanel, and then necklace Van Cleef, accessories Van Cleef Cartier, and then my earrings are Bottega dupes. Yeah.
What is giving twinning?
It is with the white pants.
I love it.
I took a page out of Dodo's book, and I'm going for the relaxed, like the comfortable.
Yeah,
comfortable fit.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Aren't we? Isn't it giving?
Like, it's giving.
So please make sure you comment, like, subscribe to this video, thumbs up the video, and don't forget to watch part 2
on my
channel. Dodo's channel.
We love you guys.
Love you.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh, guys, leave a comment if you want Onyi to keep bringing more people. Tell her.
Oh yeah, let me know, because we will do it again and again and again.
We'll roll the dice. All right, bye.
Bye.